Harris is back in Houston. Air Force Two touching down at Bush Airport just about 30 minutes ago, while Vice President Kamala Harris was greeted by Congressman Al Green, Congresswoman Sylvia Garcia, County Judges Lena Hidalgo and KP George, and Houston Mayor John Whitmire. Harris was here less than a week ago speaking to the American Federation of Teachers.
Her latest visit to Houston aims to accomplish a lot as she races to build support with fewer than 100 days until Election Day. Victor Jacobo joins us live from the George R. Brown Convention Center. Victor, a visit to Texas is giving Harris an important boost.
Yeah, that's right, Mia. Kamala Harris's first stop on her visit here in Houston will be at a fundraiser as she continues to build up her war chest. KHOU political analyst Brandon Rottinghouse telling me earlier in the conversation we had today that the switch from President Joe Biden to Vice President Kamala Harris at the top of the ticket gave Democrats a much needed jolt of energy.
With the switch, we're certainly seeing Vice President Harris in a much better position. There's a lot more enthusiasm about her race. She's closing poll numbers all across the country, and part of that is obviously being driven by the fact that she's a bit more of a prodigious fundraiser, and the spark really did make a big difference for her.
CNN reports tonight's Houston fundraiser, organized in just 4 days, will net the Harris campaign at least $2.5 million, exceeding what a campaign official says was a goal of $1 million. After that stop, she'll make her way here to the GRB to speak at the Sigma Gamma Rho National Convention. I spoke with sorority members who will be attending the Vice President's speech tonight, and the people here in Houston really exemplify the national trend among Democratic supporters. They told me their attitude towards the election changed once Harris stepped up as the party's likely nominee, and that is leading to concrete action.
Would always get text messages to donate when President Biden's campaign was sending stuff out, and I wouldn't send. But the day that Vice President Harris announced her candidacy, I began sending donations. I signed up to volunteer.
Now, just like last week, Vice President Harris will stay overnight here in Houston, and then tomorrow morning she will deliver a eulogy at Sheila Jackson Lee's funeral. Reporting live at the George R. Brown Convention Center in Houston, Victor Jacobo, KHOU 11 News.
A packed 24 hours it will be. Victor Jacobo, thank you. The Vice President's arrival and her motorcade sure to slow some traffic down, especially near downtown. Junior Caruso, what are you seeing?
Well, right now we are seeing a lot more congestion heading southbound on 69. You can see the George R. Brown there to the left, and traffic is moving slow. Typically at this time, though, stop and go traffic is starting around I-10, and it stays that way till about 45. But right now, you're going to start seeing brake lights light up closer to Quitman, and there's closer to a 25-minute delay right now. Typically right now, we only see a 15-minute delay. Now, if you're heading northbound on 69, it's not much better. Traffic is backed up to Buffalo Speedway. There's over a 30-minute delay, and then once you get off the freeway onto those side roads around the convention center, it's moving even slower, and you can also expect some lane closures, so give yourself extra time heading anywhere downtown this evening.
All right, thank you, sir. Things got a little heated when former President Donald Trump spoke at the National Association of Black Journalists Convention in Chicago today.
You attack black journalists, calling them a loser, saying the questions that they ask are, quote, stupid and racist. Why should black voters trust you after you have used language like that?
Well, first of all, I don't think I've ever been asked a question in such a horrible manner. First question.
Trump was invited by the organization, but quickly became unhappy with the questions he was being asked. He then made a comment about Vice President Kamala Harris, the first black woman and Asian American to serve as VP. Trump saying, quote, "I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black." He then attacked Harris's policy on immigration.
She's the border czar. She's the worst border czar in the history of the world. There's never been a border czar like this. She's never even essentially been. She said she was there once, but not the right part of the border.
Trump is also scheduled to host a rally in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania tonight. It'll be the first time back in Pennsylvania for the former president since the assassination attempt on his life earlier this month. Today marks day 3 of honoring the life and legacy of Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, who died on July 19th from pancreatic cancer.
This afternoon, there was a viewing and remembrance at Wheeler Avenue Baptist Church. It all culminates in a final celebration of life and funeral late tomorrow morning.
That will include a eulogy, one of several delivered by Vice President Kamala Harris. KHOU 11 will cover this final celebration of life. Join us tomorrow morning on air at 11.